The Solana price is currently surging towards key levels. In this episode, we're going to look at whether Solana can break all-time highs, and if it does, where it's going to head in the short term. So looking into this Solana chart, we had this falling sort of wedge pattern, which ultimately has been a bull flag for Solana and is showing us something very exciting. So as we know, for a bull flag, we have a flag falling here, and we take our measurement for a price target from the flagpole. So where our flagpole would take us would be basically the height of this flag here, and then we can bring it to our breakout area roughly around here, and that would give us a price target towards $254. But obviously in the meantime, we are also still in play for a pattern I've been talking about on this channel for a while now, and that is from this larger consolidation pattern, which did take a while to play out over a space of about 3 to 4 weeks. And the price target for that is still up here at $271, but that's not guaranteed right yet. We need to see whether something significant can happen at the current levels. Jumping to this pattern on the 15-minute chart, you can see that we're making some sort of a diamond formation, which does have the ability to break both to the upside and the downside. If it does, however, fail to break this area here at around $212, which is significant because back a few days ago is where we found our resistance, then we will continue on towards all-time highs. Bearing in mind we stopped just shy of all-time highs not too long ago. In fact, if we look down towards the RSI, everything's looking perfectly healthy, not looking overbought or oversold at all. If we look at the Fibonacci retracement tool, then we can go to our 4-hour chart. We can take from our swing high all the way down to our swing low. Then we can see that our next level of interest is at all-time highs at around $217. If we are able to break $217, then you can see that the next price target is well within range for us. And as we know, once altcoins head into price discovery mode, which it will do, if it manages to add another $8 or so, then we're going to be looking towards the 1.618, which is up there, all the way up there at $279, which is a price increase from current levels of all the way up there at 33%. So bearing in mind that when we were down at these areas here, I said if we found support at this level, we would then retest this line here, which we did. It did take us a little bit longer to play out than expected after we sort of wicked down here, and we did take another couple of days to finally find some support there, and then we pushed quite aggressively to the other side. And the reason I like to look at this Fibonacci, guys, if you're wondering, is every time we kind of break towards new levels, we find ourselves potentially finding resistance. We then flip old ones into support, we move up, and here again we found resistance here at the $195 level. We then were pushed back down to $178 before breaking clear. Again, we haven't quite made it to all-time highs, and then found we did have a bit of a fake out. Over the weekends, we can see sort of big fake outs happening as well, so be careful when you're doing some weekend trading. But we found eventually, after a few hours below, we did finally break up. We then came back for a retest here and then pushed on towards higher highs. But you can see that there's definitely resistance coming in here. So there is a potential that we may get a bit of a rejection here, in which case we would probably come back down. In my opinion, if we are rejected here, then we will come down to this $195 level. In my opinion, if we do bounce back down, then we're going to find support here and move on to higher levels. But as long as we're continuing to put in these higher highs each time, then things are looking extremely bullish for Solana. So in the shorter term, guys, if we are unable to close above this line here of the $216, then we will come back for a retest of $195 before pushing on to the upside. However, if we do break straight through this level here of $216, then we could well be pushing on towards highs towards the $280 level and beyond, looking further down the road for Solana. But in the short to medium term, the Solana price is looking still very bullish. It helps that Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market is still looking very strong. So let's watch out for what's going to happen to the Solana price in the coming days. I want to just jump across then to the Solana Bitcoin chart. Here again, using the Fibonacci retracement, we can see that we perfectly came up to this line here and then came for a retest at this level here before pushing back towards the upside. Again, we're starting to find a bit of resistance, but things are looking bullish. If we see Bitcoin basically breaking out and moving to higher levels, and I can see Solana pushing more aggressively against Bitcoin. At the moment, we're looking around 0.3% of a Bitcoin in value, but once we head higher above these levels, then again, we're looking significantly more bullish. Looking again at this chart, guys, we can see that there was a sort of a falling wedge for Solana versus the Bitcoin chart. We did come back for a retest, didn't make it all the way down to this level, but that's not a problem, and we will be pushing on towards upside in my opinion. However, I could be wrong, so please always do your own research. It's not financial advice, it's just the way I see things, so make sure you're taking care. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks very much. Bye bye.